It's how I'm making the world better. I'm not giving everybody no stimulus check, no matter how much money I get. But I'm gonna make sure that you know how to get your own stimulus check. Like, that's what's really important, because if you know how to get your own bag, you ain't looking for no celebrity to come save you. You saving yourself. You getting yourself up out the hood. You ain't looking for no president to come give you no stimulus check. You can create your own stimulus check. Turn it in a mo. Turn it in a mo. Stack, flip it. Turn it in a mo. Go get that dough and we gon' turn it in a mo. We up and store and we gon' turn it in a mo. We make that cash flow and then we turn it in a mo. No, we ain't running low cause we gon' turn it in a mo. Hey, what up, my turning in a mo. Bam. This your boy Southside Black. Turning in a mo. I wanna come on here today and talk about, do rappers do enough for our community? Now, what sparked the idea to have this conversation about this topic was Dr. Boyce Watkins, somebody I follow in the finance world. You know, he the stock market go-to person for building long-term wealth through the stock market. Somebody that's, you know, highly respected. I highly respect him. Learn a lot from him. And not just the stock market. He have a lot of interesting perspectives and from different stuff within the culture, the community, and things like that. Just different perspectives on things, and you know, he talk about a lot of things, and he talk about Dr. Claude Anderson book with what book? Powernomics. He be breaking that down like he talk about a lot of great stuff. So if you're not subscribed to him, you may want to. It'll be beneficial, I think, if y'all go check him out. I'll link his channel below. But anyway, he was talking about, do rappers do enough for black people and or the black community, or however he said it. And I was just watching the live where he was talking about it, going in and stuff, and I wanted to talk about it from my perspective. You know what I mean? He had an interesting perspective. He did a poll, and like 94% of the people, out of 3,000 people, 94% said that they don't. And I seen some people talking in the comments and stuff, or on the little live chat. One guy was like, it's not their responsibility. I'm like, okay, but I was just reading a few of the live comments and stuff. But let's get into this from my perspective. So you got these rappers. They get all these luxury cars and all this jewelry and all this and that stuff, right? But one of those watches, one of those cars can change the lives of many people. It can change their entire neighborhood that they grew up, you know what I'm saying, in a positive way, in a meaningful way. If they had just put this little bit, let me do this, let me do that. But they, you know, they'll stand on the gram and all this and that. Yeah, I got this car, I got this house, I got this watch, I just bust down. Look, I got a smartwatch here, man. I just bust down this Rollie and all this and that, $100K and $500K on my neck, $1 million in jewelry and all. They'll brag about all this, and they ain't doing nothing for the hood they come from. They ain't doing nothing for they people. They know what black people went through and what we go through still, you know. And if they wanna, you know, help get us out the positions we in, as far as the majority. I'm not talking about individually, because it's a lot of people that's well off, you know, but just for the majority, you know, what we see in the hood and stuff like that, because y'all already know how I feel. A majority of what goes on in the hood be due to lack of money from lack of education. So I mean, I'm not an advocate of giving people stuff like, okay, I'm give you this. I'm gonna give you this stimulus check, because once the stimulus check gone, you ain't gonna, it's back to whatever it was you was doing at first. I'm more of a fan of, I'm gonna teach you how to fish. I'm gonna teach you how to get your own stimulus check and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be straight for life. So I'm more of a fan of education besides just giving somebody some money. You know what I'm saying? Like, even, no matter how much money I get, no matter how much influence or whatever I get, of course I help people and stuff like that. But like, just speaking in general, I'm more of a fan of educating people on how to do it themselves and get it themselves. That way you could be, independent. You don't have to be dependent on nobody. I don't know about y'all, but I don't like to be dependent on nobody. I'm not that person to be dependent on somebody. Like, I'm a figure out a way. It's not a comfortable feeling having to depend on somebody for anything, whether it's a ride, whether it's whatever, some financial, whether it's a position, whether it's help from. Hey, it's not a good. It's not a good feeling to be dependent on somebody and they don't come through. Definitely, it's not a good feeling. So I'm not a fan of depending on nobody. And I know a lot of people should feel the same way, or at least see the benefit of being self-sufficient. And like I say, a lot of these rappers that come from the hood, do you do anything to help change your hood, make your hood better? Do you put some form of businesses or businesses or business in your hood so you can create jobs for people, and that kind of help bring more finances in your neighborhood, the hood that you grew up from, the hood that made you. Like, do you do stuff like that? Like, put businesses and stuff in your neighborhood, to give people jobs and stuff. Put money, like, do you if not, look, do you start an organization in your local neighborhood or where you grew up from? Or not even, just, it could be throughout the US. It could be something big, but do you start an organization or something like that? Non-profit organization. We trying to stop the violence. We trying to stop homelessness. Whatever it is that you want to, a problem you want to solve in the hood, in the less fortunate areas. Do you do anything like that? And if you don't start a business, you don't start an organization, which I don't really know too much about the non-profit organization stuff, but I know you don't have to put up your own money really at all. You can have like people, everybody pitch in or whatever, however it works. But I know you don't have to do all the stuff yourself if you don't want to. So another thing is education. If you don't want to do neither one of them, some kind of way, do you educate the people who help make you, the people that listen to your music, that help, that do your streams, run your numbers up and do all this and come to your shows and all this and that. These same people, like, or what are you doing to make these people's lives better? Like, that's why, like I say, I'm a fan of the education. So I do what I do right now in the position that I'm in right now. And that's why I be telling y'all, say, the more I grow, the more y'all grow, because the more I'm able to do and stuff like that for for the turning into more family, for people that that come from, that people from my section, my hood, and just my city. Like, I be able to do a lot more for my city and stuff like that. Even though I feel like I get more support outside my city, it's all good. I still love my city. I'm gonna do a lot to change it, because I know where we come from. I know a lot of the way a lot of people think and stuff like that. I know it's just a lack of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't tripping on it. Like with Kevin Gates, how they used to be sleeping on him and stuff like that, and they ain't really wasn't giving him no support coming up. But then once he finally took off and came up, everybody wanna, yeah, I've been rocking with. But I don't want to get into that. Let me focus on my point. Like I say, for my city, I'm gonna do a lot for, just from people in other cities too that's from the hood that have these struggles in America. You know, like other cities. It's not just Baton Rouge, not just Louisiana, but just all over. You know, who come from the struggle, who in the struggle, coming from the hey, you know, I stand with you. So I'm gonna be able to do whatever I can to help out on a massive scale. And like I say, even if it's not just me starting businesses everywhere to create jobs everywhere, you know, or even starting an organization, cause it's certain things I'm gonna do, but you know, just the whole education side of it, like that's what's really important. Because if you know how to get your own bag, you ain't looking for no celebrity to come save you. You saving yourself. You getting yourself up out the hood. You ain't looking for no president to come give you no stimulus check. You can create your own stimulus check. You know what I'm saying? You got the education. You could do that. You ain't depending on none of these people to come do that for you. And that's what I'm a fan of. So I'm going to definitely impact the world in a meaningful way that's going to be appreciated and definitely won't be forgotten. See, stuff like this is why I say I'm changing the world. I'm the modern day Tupac and all this and that stuff, because I'm actually doing things that's actually gonna impact the world, not just this generation but generations to come. It's gonna change the lives of many. I'm not just talking, rapping, making words rhyme and gonna make money off of music and just be in it for myself. No, like I got a whole agenda, something that God wants me to do. You know, like what I'm doing with this turning into most stuff, like how I'm educating people, getting people through these everyday struggles and stuff like that, teaching people how to live the life that they desire to live, so we won't have all this jealousy, envy, and hatred and all this and that we have going on within the hood and stuff like that because of the lack of money from lack of education. You know, if everybody getting their own bag, it shouldn't be all that. It shouldn't be all that. But we don't know. So that's why I'm helping do what I do to turn that around. I turn it around, hey, the world will be a better place. You know, I'm making this how I'm making the world better. This how I'm making the world better. I'm not giving everybody no stimulus check, no matter how much money I get. But I'm gonna make sure that you know how to get your own stimulus check. I'm gonna make sure you know how to get your own stimulus check, you hear me? And like I say, I talk about the hood and the people from the hood or the people from the struggle, because that's where I come from. That's what, you know, I see people go through in everyday life and stuff like that. But it's more to it than that, because like I say, it's people who also feel like me that it's more to life than just working a 9-to-5 job to pay bills just to survive. You know what I'm saying? So we also deserve the freedom, you know what I'm saying, to live how we want to live. You know, but that's a different topic. So let me keep going. I just wanted to say that because, you know, even if you're not from the struggle, it's like a lot of what I talk about you can still relate to, because my whole objective is freedom. It's freedom. Like I say, you might not want to do work a 9-to-5 job your entire working life. You working 40 years to be free for 25 years or whatever, you know, or 15 years or whatever to retire. Like, you know, you don't ever get to enjoy life because you always working a job to get the money to pay bills, only to pay bills, and you ain't doing nothing with that money. You spending your whole life and time that you can't get back just to pay some bills, and these bills don't do nothing but just keep on coming every 30 days just to survive. That's just surviving. We strive to live. That's what we supposed to do. So, like I said, with the rappers, you don't have to spend your money. You know, you don't have to spend your time building up an organization or none of that. You know, if you want to, that's cool. You're doing something that's going to help you leave a legacy. That's going to help you people remember you. You're going to be appreciated. A lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying, that come with that. You going down in history and you changing lives and stuff like that. Back to what I was saying about what I'm doing. But you don't have to do that. But you could at least use your influence to make some kind of difference. Use your power to make some kind of difference. So if you don't want to spend the money and stuff like that, hey, use your power to make some kind of difference. Whether it's something as simple as you getting into local politics to help influence changes in that arena. Certain just helping change certain things like that. Where you don't even have to, but because of your influence, you got the power to do a lot, because you got the power to tell these people, hey, don't vote for these people because they not doing this and they not doing that. Or you can go sit down and talk to the people, like, say, if you could do this, I could talk to these people and we'll see about getting you a vote. But until then, you ain't nothing. So it's a lot of ways you could do something to help change people's lives, change your neighborhood around, change the world, whatever it is that you can do, but at least contribute to doing something. Not just making music and it's definitely doing things that's getting people's life taken away, leading people down the wrong path and stuff like that. Y'all already know how I feel about that. But anyway, it's people that's doing that, rappers that's doing that. You leading people down the wrong path. Got these people killing each other, doing all this and that, doing drugs and doing all this. Hey, but I'm not a fan of leading people down the wrong path. But what I can say is, at least do something to give back. Because these people is supporting you. This is your neighborhood where you come from. You already know how it was when you was in there. Do something that you feel like you would have wanted to be changed when you was in that position. Like, leave a legacy. That's how people gonna remember you. That's how you gonna go down in history and stuff like that. Not just from you was making words rhyme. Not just you got rich and bought a big house and foreign cars and stuff like that. What do people have to remember about? Oh, he had this car and this car. Man, you pass away, man, 3-4 years from now, people ain't even gonna remember you probably. They just probably gonna listen to your music. But eventually that's probably gonna fade out. And especially nowadays, you got people attention span so short and stuff like that. People always want to hear new stuff and this and that. A lot has changed. So I say, that's my thoughts on that. And as far as, do rappers do enough within our community or the black community or whatever in their community? Do they do enough? I feel like they don't. But like I say, they and I can say this too, they not obligated to do it. They not obligated to do it. But if they actually want to make a difference, make an impact, and leave a legacy, that's something they should be doing. But I mean, they not obligated to do it. They not. But these people helping you, the hood help you become who you is. Some people help you who you is and stuff. Or even whatever your fan base is. It could be whatever, not even from the hood, just different people in general. Whatever your fan base is, these people help you become who you is and stuff like that. Your environment help you become who you is, learn the things you learn. So when you make it out of that, you do whatever it is you do that you wanted to do, you could give back. And like I say, help change some things. But you're not obligated to do that. That's how I feel about it. What will the world remember you by? How many lives did you change? Or did you help contribute to lives being taken? What did you make better in the world? How did you make your hood better? Or wherever it is that you come from, how did you make it better? Like, what are you doing to make changes in the world? Or not even the world. In your neighborhood, where you come from, what are you doing to make any changes? If you're not doing it, you just taking away from those people, but you're not giving them nothing in return. You just taking away. It's like a selfish act, if you ask me. Like I say, I'm not a fan of giving, like giving people stuff, like taking care of people. Help people, but don't take care of them, because that's like a crutch, and they're gonna be dependent on you. You know, it's like a crutch. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be dependent on you to do this and do that, this and that. They gonna want you to keep doing it. You know, it's not really helping them in the long run. In the short term, yeah, you can help somebody, but in the long run, you want them to learn how to help themselves. And I don't want to make this video too long, though. Like I say, I want to know y'all thoughts on it. Like I say, they not obligated to do it, but I feel like that's something that if they want to leave a legacy for and make a difference and actually be remembered, that's something that they should do. But they not obligated to do it. That's just how I feel. But if you, like I say, just because you're not obligated to do it, that don't mean you shouldn't. It's all on you and what you want to do in the world and with your life and with your money and your influence and whatever. You know, it's up to you what you want to do. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. Y'all feel like these rappers do enough for our community? Let me know. Leave your thoughts down below. Hit that like button. You know, definitely hit that like button, like I be talking about with y'all helping me helping y'all. More I grow, the more y'all grow. Y'all gotta start hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button. If you're not already subscribed, and hit the bell so you can be notified when I upload. That's important. Hit that bell. Share the video with somebody, because you might help change somebody's life by simply sharing a video. They might see this video or another video, one of mine, and that might spark them or take them a whole nother path. They might have been thinking about giving up or doing something or this and that. They might hear something in one of my videos that spark idea to change their life and change our life. Hey, you never know. So that's why I be saying share the video. You know, because I be making life-changing content. Definitely share the video. Leave your thoughts down below. Let's have a conversation. Go ahead, hit the conversation down below. And definitely don't forget to turn it into mode.
We up and going, we gon' turn it into mode. We make the cash flow and then we turn it into mode. Nowhere running low, cause we gon' turn it into mode. Yeah,